Hello there. Well, I'm on the Hampshire Avon and we're going to try a bit of fly fishing. It's just below Fordingbridge and it's a very sunny day, so we haven't seen any rises yet, but it is early and I should probably fish upstream nymph or something small like that. Anyway, let's see how we get on. Well, I've got my old friend with me, Richard. It's always nice to have a companion when you're fishing, and Richard is the best companion you could possibly have. Anyway, we're discussing tactics here. There's always something to talk about when you're on the riverbank. Now, we've had a very dry period and it's been very sunny. And during the day, it's been very warm, even though we've had frosts at night. Now, I shouldn't complain about this sunny weather, but it is certainly not the ideal conditions for fishing, in my opinion, anyway. Still, it's lovely to be by the river, and I don't think we're too worried about catching anything. Now I'm fishing with a small nymph. It's got a beaded head, so it should sink quite well when cast upstream. Now the difficulty I probably have is that it's quite swift flowing, and I haven't touched the bottom, so I'm hoping that it is sinking enough to get down to the bottom. Now, I think it's a difficult river to fish, but I think if you can get into a fish, it would be it should be a good size one. I've been told there are some quite large wild brown trout in here, but perhaps not so many of them. I did see in the book that a few days ago someone caught a barbel on a salmon fly. It's quite a big barbel, 30 inches. Now, because it's the Avon, and the Avon's a really big river compared to what I'm used to, I'm using a 10-foot fly rod. It's actually a Grays. I'm rather wedded to Grays. They don't seem to be too expensive and they're good quality. Same with the reel. Anyway, that's what I'm using today. It's very warm, so but there are a lot of little flies hatching on the water, so they must be hatching out from the bottom, and I'm fishing as close to the bottom as I can. Now I believe Richard is casting out there's some small rises out there, he tells me, and I think they're quite small fish, but he hasn't had any luck yet, but he looks as though he's quite happy. He's a very cheerful person. Now this is quite interesting. I picked this up off the bank, and it's the claw of a white-clawed crayfish, which is the English crayfish, not to be confused with the signal American crayfish, which is a very invasive species. It's actually nice to see this English one. Now, the other reason that I came to this stretch was because there's a nice wading area, and I want to try out my new Grays waders, chest waders. They weren't too expensive, and this is my first outing with them, and they seem to be very light and comfortable, and we'll see how I get out when I wade a bit deeper out. I thought on these big rivers it might be beneficial to get further out into the river, so you can fish through the gaps between the weeds. They're waders that have the boots attached, and they do seem to be very comfortable, but this is my first outing with them. Well, it certainly gets me out into a good part of the river, but still no luck. This rod has got a lovely action. It's quite a soft action, and having that extra foot or so just helps you cast really nicely. Well, we didn't catch anything, but we've had a lovely afternoon. Anyway, if you enjoyed this short video, perhaps you'd click a like and maybe subscribe so you can see another one at another time. Goodbye for now.